Other thing that an intention is that I think is important is something that you may not have yet or have maybe never done before or may not even understand. It might be something you want more of in your life or to become familiar with or to grow into. So, for example, one of the first intentions that I can remember setting for myself was when I went to my first Burning Man. And I was kind of scared. I'd never spent a week in the desert by myself and never been away from running water. Um, and I didn't really know what to make of it. But I knew that if I lived through that experience, trying to control every aspect of it, knuckles white, gripping the wheel of this car, the steering wheel, and trying to force and control where things were going to go and trying to get things to be really predictable, that I would probably fail pretty quickly and be miserable and have the wrong expectations to make the most out of that experience. So, my intention during my first Burning Man was to surrender. And it was something that I had no idea how to do in my life. Because everything that I had gotten in my life up until that point was because I was proactively trying to make things happen, whether it was at work or with my friendships, with my relationships, with everything. So the notion of taking my hands off the wheel and letting the car drive itself and to just experience in that moment what was happening right there and then, be completely present and engage, participate, radical acceptance, those kinds of things, to truly surrender was this very new thing for me. But it was a very powerful thing to orient myself around because when something would happen at Burning Man or other parts of my life, I was able to have much clearer of a connection with the reality. I had much more reception as to what everyone else or what was happening with the situation and what was actually going on, as opposed to staying focused in here. What do I need? What do I need? What do I want? What do I need? And it was a totally different experience. So that was one of my first intentions. So as you think about 2019 and where you are in this moment in your life, right? Maybe hopefully you've done some reflection into 2018, what's happened, what's caused you to be exactly right here in this moment. Now you can kind of look forward into the rest of this year and ask yourself, hopefully in a moment of quiet meditation or just reflection, go into yourself, your higher self, your inner guide, your inner wisdom, and ask, what is my intention for this year? What do I want to nurture or create or build or better understand? And hopefully something will come to you. And an intention, by the way, is something that can shift over time in as quickly as a day to as much as 2 years or more. But the idea of an intention is that it is right for you at that time in your life. So pick something. If it feels right, go with it, because you can always adjust it later. Because trust me, when you pick an intention and you bring your awareness to it and it starts to show up more in your life and you start to understand what that concept actually means, you will grow. And then it will be time to find a new intention. I hope that helps.